Hello there, and welcome. It's wonderful to have you join me today. You know, reaching your mid-60s and beyond, it's quite something, isn't it? It's a time of reflection, perhaps a bit more freedom, maybe grandkids keeping you on your toes, or finally having the time for that hobby you've always dreamed of. But have you ever woken up some mornings feeling, well, maybe a little less get up and go than you used to? Perhaps a bit stiffer, or noticed that your energy seems to dip sooner in the day? It's perfectly normal. Our bodies change as we journey through life. But here's something truly exciting I want to share with you today. Getting older doesn't have to mean feeling older. In fact, science is showing us more and more that we have incredible power to influence not just how long we live, but how well we live, especially during these golden years. What if I told you that adding potentially a decade or more of healthy, vibrant life could start with something as simple as tweaking your morning routine? It sounds almost too good to be true, doesn't it? But extensive research into longevity hotspots around the world, places where people regularly live healthily into their 90s and even hundreds, alongside countless scientific studies, points towards the profound impact of our daily habits. And the morning, that precious time when we set the tone for the entire day, holds particular power. So, in our chat today, we're going to explore 5 specific science-backed morning habits that you can start incorporating right after 65, or frankly, at any age, that are strongly linked to increased longevity and, just as importantly, improved quality of life. These aren't complicated, strenuous routines requiring hours of your time or expensive equipment. They are simple, gentle adjustments that can make a world of difference in how you feel, how you function, and potentially how many healthy, happy years you have ahead of you. Think of it as investing just a few minutes each morning for a huge return in vitality and well-being. Ready to discover how you can greet each day with more energy and set yourself up for a longer, healthier future? Wonderful. Let's begin with perhaps the simplest, yet most fundamentally crucial habit of all. Before the coffee, before the tea, before even thinking about breakfast, reach for water. Yes, simple, plain water. Think about it. You've just spent, hopefully, 7, 8, maybe even 9 hours sleeping. During that time, your body has been hard at work, repairing cells, consolidating memories, and carrying out countless other vital processes. But it hasn't been taking in any fluids. Even just breathing releases moisture. So by the time you wake up, your body is naturally in a state of mild dehydration. Starting your day dehydrated is like asking your car to run on empty. Everything struggles a bit. Your cells need water to function optimally, your brain needs it for clarity and focus, your digestive system needs it to get moving, and your kidneys need it to flush out toxins accumulated overnight. Rehydrating first thing is like giving your entire system a gentle, internal shower. It wakes everything up, kickstarts your metabolism, helps transport nutrients effectively, and can even give your skin a healthier glow. Now, how much water? A good goal is to aim for a tall glass, maybe 8 to 16 ounces, ideally at room temperature or slightly warm, as very cold water can be a bit of a shock to the system first thing. Some people like to add a squeeze of lemon, which can aid digestion and add a little vitamin C, but plain water is perfectly effective. The key is consistency. Try placing a glass or a water bottle right by your bedside table before you go to sleep. That way, it's the very first thing you see and reach for when you wake up, before your feet even hit the floor. Make it automatic. You might notice the difference surprisingly quickly. Less morning grogginess, perhaps. maybe feeling a bit more alert even before your caffeine fix. Studies have consistently linked adequate hydration to better cognitive function, improved physical performance, and overall health, all essential components of a long and healthy life. Dehydration, on the other hand, can contribute to fatigue, constipation, brain fog, and even increase the risk of issues like urinary tract infections, which can become more common as we age. So, this simple act of drinking water upon waking is a powerful first step in setting your body up for success, not just for the day, but for the years to come. It's truly foundational. All right, so you've had your water, you're starting to feel a bit more awake internally. What comes next? Before you rush into the hustle and bustle of the day, let's gently wake up the body itself. I'm talking about incorporating some form of mindful movement or gentle stretching into your morning. Now, I'm not suggesting you need to suddenly start training for a marathon or contort yourself into pretzel shapes. Far from it. This is about easing your body out of sleep and into wakefulness, combating that morning stiffness many of us feel, and improving circulation. After lying relatively still all night, our joints can feel stiff, and our muscles might be a bit tight. Gentle movement helps to lubricate the joints, increase blood flow to the muscles and brain, and improve flexibility and balance. Why is this so crucial for longevity, especially after 65? Well, maintaining mobility and balance is absolutely key to preventing falls, which are a major cause of injury and loss of independence in older adults. Improved circulation benefits cardiovascular health. Reduced stiffness means less aches and pains, allowing you to stay more active throughout the day. And studies even show that gentle movement can boost your mood by releasing endorphins, those natural feel-good chemicals. It prepares your body to move comfortably and safely throughout the day. So, what does this look like in practice? It can be incredibly simple. You could even start while you're still sitting on the edge of your bed after drinking your water. Try some gentle neck rolls, slowly tilting your head towards one shoulder, then the other. Roll your shoulders forwards a few times, then backwards. Reach your arms gently up towards the ceiling, feeling a nice stretch along your sides, maybe some gentle wrist and ankle circles. If you prefer to stand, hold on to a sturdy chair or countertop for support if needed. Try some slow, easy knee lifts, marching gently in place. Perhaps some calf raises, rising up onto your toes and slowly lowering back down. A gentle torso twist, keeping your hips facing forward, can feel wonderful for the spine. Even just reaching down towards your toes, going only as far as feels comfortable, no need to force anything, can help lengthen the back of your legs. The key here is gentle and mindful. Pay attention to your body. How does it feel? Move slowly, breathe deeply and steadily throughout the movements. This isn't about pushing yourself, it's about kindly waking up your physical self. 5 to 10 minutes is all it takes. You can follow a simple routine you create yourself, or even find guided gentle stretching videos specifically for seniors online if you like. The important thing is to make it a habit, a non-negotiable part of your morning ritual, just like that glass of water. Starting the day hydrated and feeling a little more limber truly makes a difference, setting the stage for what comes next in crafting a morning routine that supports a long and vibrant life. Okay, so we've started our day by rehydrating our system with that essential glass of water, and we've gently coaxed our body awake with some mindful movement or stretching, shaking off that overnight stiffness. You're already feeling more alert, more limber, ready to greet the day. Now let's talk about harnessing the power of nature's own wake-up call: sunlight. Getting some exposure to natural light, particularly in the morning hours, is another incredibly powerful habit backed by a wealth of scientific research, and it plays a vital role in regulating something called our circadian rhythm. Think of the circadian rhythm as your body's internal master clock. It governs countless processes, including your sleep-wake cycle, hormone release, body temperature, and even your metabolism. When this internal clock is running smoothly and synchronized with the natural day-night cycle, everything else tends to function better. Exposure to sunlight, especially within the first hour or two of waking, sends a strong signal to your brain that it's daytime. This helps to suppress the production of melatonin, the sleep hormone, making you feel more awake and alert. Crucially, it also helps to set the stage for better melatonin production later in the evening, when you actually want to feel sleepy. So, that morning sunlight exposure directly contributes to better sleep quality at night. And as we know, good quality sleep is absolutely fundamental for cellular repair, memory consolidation, immune function, and overall longevity. Chronic poor sleep is linked to a host of health problems, including heart disease, diabetes, obesity, and cognitive decline. All things we want to actively avoid as we age gracefully. Beyond regulating sleep, morning sunlight offers other significant benefits. It triggers the production of serotonin, a neurotransmitter often called the feel-good chemical, which helps boost your mood, create feelings of calm and focus, and combat symptoms of depression or seasonal affective disorder. Ever notice how a bright, sunny morning just seems to lift your spirits? That's serotonin at work. Furthermore, sunlight exposure on your skin is the most natural and efficient way for your body to produce vitamin D. This essential vitamin plays a crucial role in bone health, immune function, and reducing inflammation. Vitamin D deficiency is surprisingly common, especially among older adults and those who spend a lot of time indoors, and it's been linked to an increased risk of osteoporosis, falls, certain cancers, autoimmune diseases, and cardiovascular problems. Getting adequate vitamin D is truly vital for healthy aging. So, how can you incorporate this into your morning? It doesn't require hours of sunbathing. Often, just 10 to 20 minutes of exposure is enough, particularly during the earlier morning hours when the sun's rays are less intense. Perhaps you could combine it with your gentle movement routine. Maybe do your stretches near a sunny window, or step outside onto a porch, balcony, or into your garden. If you enjoy a morning walk, that's a perfect way to get both movement and sunlight. Even just sitting by a bright window while you sip your tea or coffee can make a difference, although direct sunlight outdoors is most effective for vitamin D production. Of course, safety first. We're not talking about midday sun when the UV index is high. Early morning light is generally gentler, and if you have concerns about sun exposure due to skin type or medical conditions, definitely chat with your doctor. They might recommend specific times or durations, or perhaps suggest vitamin D supplementation if needed. For those days when the weather is gloomy, or if mobility makes getting outside difficult, simply opening your curtains wide and sitting near the brightest window you have can still help regulate that internal clock. Some people even find light therapy lamps beneficial during darker winter months, mimicking natural sunlight to keep their circadian rhythm on track. The key is making that conscious effort to let natural light signal the start of your day to your brain and body. Now, we've addressed hydrating the body, moving the body, and synchronizing it with the natural light cycle. There's one more crucial element to add to this morning foundation, one that addresses our inner state, cultivating a few moments of calm and mindfulness. In our often busy lives, even in retirement, it's easy for the mind to start racing the moment we wake up, thinking about chores, appointments, worries, or just the general to-do list. Starting the day feeling rushed, stressed, or anxious sets a negative tone and activates our body's stress response system, releasing hormones like cortisol. While cortisol is necessary in short bursts for fight-or-flight situations, chronic elevation due to ongoing stress is incredibly detrimental to our health and longevity. It contributes to high blood pressure, weakened immunity, weight gain, sleep problems, anxiety, depression, and even accelerates the aging process at a cellular level. Taking just a few minutes each morning to intentionally cultivate calm can counteract this. It helps shift your nervous system from that stressed sympathetic state to the parasympathetic state, often called the rest and digest mode. This promotes relaxation, lowers heart rate and blood pressure, improves digestion, and fosters a sense of inner peace and resilience. Think of it as creating a buffer against the stresses the day might bring. What does this mindfulness look like? It doesn't have to mean sitting cross-legged chanting Om for an hour. It can be wonderfully simple and tailored to you. Perhaps it's just sitting quietly for 5 minutes after your water and stretches, focusing solely on your breath. Notice the sensation of the air entering your nostrils, filling your lungs, and then gently leaving your body. When your mind wanders, simply acknowledge the thought without judgment and gently guide your focus back to your breath. That gentle returning is the practice. Maybe for you, it's a gratitude practice. While sitting quietly, mentally list 3 things you are genuinely grateful for. They can be big or small. The warmth of your bed, the taste of your morning tea, a phone call you're looking forward to, the birds singing outside your window. Focusing on gratitude has been scientifically shown to improve mood, reduce stress, and increase overall life satisfaction. Powerful contributors to well-being. Or perhaps it's simply sitting with your eyes closed, listening intently to the sounds around you without labeling them as good or bad, just noticing. Or listening to a piece of calming instrumental music, really allowing yourself to be absorbed by the sounds. Some people find guided meditations helpful. There are many free apps and videos available that offer short, guided sessions specifically for relaxation or starting the day positively. The specific method isn't as important as the intention. Deliberately setting aside a few moments, even just 2 to 5 minutes, to be present, calm your mind, and connect with yourself before the demands of the day take over. Find what resonates with you, what feels calming and centering. It might feel a little unnatural at first, especially if your mind is used to being constantly busy, but like any habit, it gets easier and more beneficial with consistency. This practice of starting the day with a calm, centered mind not only feels good in the moment, but builds mental and emotional resilience, helping you navigate life's ups and downs with greater ease, which is undeniably linked to a longer, happier life. All right, we've gently woken our bodies with hydration and movement. We've synchronized our internal clocks with the morning light, and we've cultivated a sense of inner calm to start the day grounded. Now, having laid this wonderful foundation, it's time to provide our bodies with the high-quality fuel needed to power us through the morning and beyond. Let's talk about the 5th crucial habit: eating a nourishing, balanced breakfast. After that overnight fast, our bodies, especially as we move past 65, need the right kind of energy to get going. Skipping breakfast or opting for something sugary and processed that provides a quick spike followed by an energy crash can really undermine our efforts to feel vibrant and maintain good health long-term. Think of your body like a high-performance vehicle. You wouldn't put low-grade fuel in a car you want to run smoothly for many years, would you? The same principle applies to us. A well-balanced breakfast plays several key roles critical for healthy aging and longevity. Firstly, it helps stabilize blood sugar levels. Starting the day with steady blood sugar prevents those mid-morning energy slumps, reduces cravings for unhealthy snacks later on, and is crucial for managing or preventing conditions like type 2 diabetes, which become more prevalent with age. Secondly, it provides essential nutrients needed for brain function, helping with focus, concentration, and memory throughout the morning. Thirdly, and this is particularly important after 65, incorporating adequate protein at breakfast helps support muscle maintenance. We naturally tend to lose muscle mass as we age, which can impact strength, mobility, and increase the risk of falls. Consistently consuming protein, especially earlier in the day, helps counteract this loss. So, what constitutes a nourishing breakfast? We're aiming for a combination of key components: lean protein, high-fiber carbohydrates, and healthy fats. Let's break that down simply. Protein provides satiety, meaning it helps you feel full and satisfied, and as mentioned, it's vital for muscle health. Good morning sources include eggs, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, tofu scramble, or even adding some nuts, seeds, or protein powder to your oatmeal or smoothie. High-fiber carbohydrates provide sustained energy release, unlike simple sugars that cause spikes and crashes. Fiber is also essential for good digestion, helping to prevent constipation, and it contributes to heart health and blood sugar control. Think whole grains like oatmeal, whole wheat toast, quinoa, or even adding beans to a savory breakfast scramble. Fruits like berries, apples, or bananas are also excellent sources of fiber and valuable vitamins and antioxidants. Healthy fats are important for brain health, hormone production, and absorbing certain vitamins. They also contribute to feeling full. Good sources include avocados, nuts, seeds, and olive oil. Putting it all together doesn't have to be complicated. Imagine a bowl of warm oatmeal cooked with milk or water, topped with a handful of berries, a sprinkle of chopped walnuts or chia seeds, and maybe a dollop of Greek yogurt. That ticks all the boxes. Or perhaps 2 scrambled eggs cooked with a little olive oil, served with a slice of whole wheat toast topped with avocado and a side of sliced tomatoes. Simple, delicious, and incredibly nourishing. Even a smoothie can be a great option if you blend Greek yogurt or a protein source, some spinach, fruit, and a spoonful of almond butter or flax seeds. What we want to move away from are the traditional breakfast staples that offer little nutritional value and can actually work against our health goals. Things like sugary cereals, pastries, muffins, white bread toast with just jam, or sugary juices. While they might taste good momentarily, they set you up for that energy roller coaster and don't provide the sustained fuel and building blocks your body needs. Making this switch doesn't mean deprivation. It means choosing foods that truly serve you, that make you feel good not just for an hour, but throughout the morning and contribute positively to your long-term health trajectory. Studies consistently link a balanced, nutrient-dense breakfast to better weight management, improved cognitive function, reduced risk of chronic diseases, and overall better health markers, all contributing factors to living not just longer, but living better. So, as you can see, these 5 habits, starting with that essential glass of water, gently moving your body, embracing the morning light, finding a few moments of calm, and then fueling yourself with a truly nourishing breakfast. They work together synergistically. Each one builds upon the others, creating this powerful morning ritual that sets a positive tone for your entire day and, more importantly, acts as a significant investment in your long-term health, vitality, and longevity. It might seem like a lot to incorporate at once, but please remember, it's about progress, not perfection. Maybe start by just focusing on adding that glass of water first thing for a week. Then, introduce 5 minutes of gentle stretching. Gradually build these habits into your routine in a way that feels manageable and sustainable for you. Even small, consistent changes, done day after day, accumulate over time to create profound results. Think of it as compounding interest for your health. I know that making changes can sometimes feel daunting, especially if you've had the same routine for years. But I truly believe, and science backs this up, that it's never too late to positively influence your health and well-being. You have the power within you to cultivate habits that can genuinely add more healthy, vibrant years to your life. It's about honoring the incredible journey you've already been on and equipping yourself to continue that journey with as much energy, joy, and independence as possible. These aren't just tips, they're invitations to invest in yourself because you are absolutely worth it. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Do you already practice any of these morning habits? Or perhaps you have another morning ritual that helps you start your day feeling great. Sharing your experiences can inspire others in our community here. And if you found this conversation helpful or inspiring, please do give this video a thumbs up. It really helps others find this information. And consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. We share practical tips and insights regularly, all aimed at helping you live your best, healthiest life, especially in these wonderful later years. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. Remember, every sunrise offers a fresh start, a new opportunity to nurture your body and mind. Embrace these simple morning habits, be patient and kind with yourself. And here's to adding not just years to your life, but life to your years. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.